The best advice I ever got when I got to the county jail was don't push the button. So I was sentenced to do a week in a county jail. It was my first time in. I was 43 years old. I had no idea what to expect. And when I got there, by the end of the night, like when they lock you in the room, I am like nauseous, overwhelmed, have a headache. I think my blood pressure is probably too high. And they put me in with another girl, and I tell her, I don't feel good. I think I need to see a doctor. And she goes, well, don't push the emergency button. There's an emergency button in the cell. And I said, yeah, but I think I need to see a doctor. And she goes, don't do it. So I lay there for about 30 minutes, and I get up and I go push the emergency button. And the officer comes on over the intercom, and she's like, what do you need? And I go, I'm sick. I don't feel good. She goes, well, drink some water and go back to bed. So I lay there for about another 30 minutes, and then I get back up and push the emergency button and said, hey, I think I need to see a doctor. And she goes, hey, get your mattress. We'll come get you. And my bunkie's looking at me like, oh, no. So I go down this long hall with the officer, and I have my mattress. And when we get to the dungeon that's supposedly the medical unit, this is in Utah in the Davis County Jail. It's this old, blue, scary, dirty cell. There's a girl screaming and yelling in the cell, and they're looking at me like, you're going in there. And I said, don't put me in there. I said, I mean, it's scary. It's very enclosed. I said, if I go in there, I'll come out crazy. And he goes, that's where you're going. So he pops the cell. I walk in, I throw my mattress down, like, stay away from me. And the girl in the cell just starts hysterically laughing. And she goes, you pushed the button, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, but I'm sick. And she goes, yeah. She goes, I got sick too and pushed the button. She goes, you're never supposed to do that. So I ended up spending 4 days of the week in that cell, pacing back and forth. And then they let her go back to the unit. And I started just getting freaked out. And so I pushed the emergency button in there. And the guy came in and he goes, don't do that again. He goes, if you do that again, they'll come and take your clothes and put you in a suicide cell. So apparently it can get worse if you continue to push the button. They ended up taking me back to general population. I've never been so happy to have a bunkie and get back to my cell. And so my advice, if you ever have to go to a county jail, is don't push the button.